Hey, listen to me, listen to me. Speaking proper English language is not a sign of literacy or a sign of intelligence. This video is precisely for Africans. Now, I want Africans to understand something. Speaking proper English language does not mean that you are too intelligent or you are too literate. Because Africans have this mentality that when they meet, and the fact is that this thing is when an African meets another African person. If an African person meets another African person now who cannot speak English, they will look at that person to be an illiterate or, like the person is not intelligent or something. I don't know exactly where this mentality came from. So as an African, if you are watching me and you have that mindset, know that English language is not an African language. It is a borrowed language that we are using. English language is the ancestral language of the British people. Britain, right? British people, or you call them English people. Because somebody from England is called an English person. So that is their ancestral language. But it's fortunate for them that their language became, like, it is the most spoken language in the world. So it somehow found its way during the time of colonization of Africa and all those stuff. English found its way into Africa. And since then, it has been used in schools, in administrations, and all the rest. But before that, Africa had its own languages. Yes, in the different countries. There are so many languages in Africa. Major languages I can remember, that I can think of. You have Swahili, you have Zulu, you have Lingala, you have, there are so many. I might not mention it here, but that's because I cannot remember. You can put them in the comment section, other African languages that you know that are there. Write them in the comment section. So now, just because you meet your fellow African brother or sister who cannot speak English, it doesn't mean that they are not intelligent or they are illiterate. No. It might just be that maybe where they come from, they speak mostly their language. Because English is not their language. You think if you go to Britain, you see a British man speaking French. The British man might be speaking French, but maybe because he has lived in France. You think you see the British man speaking Zulu or speaking Swahili or speaking Lingala or speaking any other African language? No. And so, because that is not their language. But this mentality with Africans, like, if because your fellow African brother cannot speak English, cannot speak proper English, you just see, you just term them not to be illiterate or something. Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Listen, if you meet a mechanic who practiced, mechanic work at a local workshop, and the one who did it in school, who do you think is going to perform best? We should be very truthful here. You will notice that one who actually did it the rough way, the practical way, will know better than that one who studied in school. But you think the one who went to school now can speak English, proper English, because the system of education is in English. Now, that one who did it in the local workshop cannot speak proper English because, there they speak their normal language, their local language during work. So, if you want to hire the two of them, do you think you're just going to conclude that the one who can speak proper English is the better candidate because this other one cannot speak English? That is not the way it works. It is when you actually give them practicals. That's when you see that one who learned the practical way locally can do the job better. I'm not saying it's a true case scenario, but I'm just saying that it's high chance because he is doing the same thing that the one who studied in school is doing. It's just that the one who studied in school will know some terms, will know how to, he can say this hydraulic system and blah, blah, blah. But the one who studied the local way will not know that is what that process is called. But it doesn't mean the one, he doesn't know. He will get the car fixed without even knowing the terms of the things. So please, this mentality, this is just an example I was quoting, but this particular mentality that Africans have, that because your fellow African brother or sister cannot speak proper English, it makes them an illiterate or it makes them they are not intelligent. That is a very false, mentality. Please change that. English is not an African language. It is a borrowed language. English is a language for the English people, and English people are from England or maybe Americans as well or stuff. All those countries. That is their language. We are just borrowing it. So remove that mentality. When you meet your fellow African brother or sister, treat them with respect, treat them with love. If they don't know how to speak English and you can speak your local language or the language you speak in that language. It's communication. If not, you people can look for a way to go by without making it look as if someone will be embarrassed. You understand? That's just exactly what I want to say in this video. And please do let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Give me a thumbs up and don't forget to comment what you think. Of course, it's very important. Give me a like. Don't forget to click the share button as well. Hit the follow, subscribe button if you haven't done so yet for contents like this. I make contents about funny things, crazy things, and serious things, whichever. Every day I put new videos up. Thank you so much for watching and see you on the next video.